for us as an agency with Alchemist, it's talent. It's the talent capacity के भाई और the desire. तो the hunger, अगले बंदे में hunger कितना है? Because every individual is a different brand. तो मैं कोई formula लगा के बैठ जाऊँगी तो फिर कैसे, मतलब मुझे यही चाहिए.
Yes.
I would have a Ramsha and I would have a Kushal, but I would also have a Rehan.
Yes.
Hareem Farooq was in both the films. She was producing Janan and she was the lead in Dobara Phir Se, and she's the one who's like, get into management and do my PR. And I'm just like, भाई मुझे ये नहीं आता, मैं कॉर्पोरेट और ब्रांड्स जानती हूँ. एंड शी इज लाइक टिशू का डब्बा सामने करती है, इसकी PR कर सकती हैं? हाँ मेरी भी कर सकती हैं, समझे मैं ये टिशू का डब्बा. उसी दौरान जानान हानिया वाज इन इट. सो इमरान काज़मी, हरीम्स पार्टनर, वाज लाइक this new kid, he's discovered her through Dub Smash, she's moving to Karachi, इसको देख लें. तो फैजू was like ये बिलाल PR के लिए मिलना चाह रहा है, हम हरीम हानिया का कर रहे हैं तो उसको भी मिल ले. बिलाल, हरीम, हानिया is how we started. मुझे लव मैरिज नहीं करनी और मुझे कभी बिजनेस नहीं करना. Guess what? लव मैरिज भी की और बिजनेस भी चला रही हूँ. अल्लाह ताला ने चपाड़े मारे हैं ऊपर से. When you see these people achieve their dreams and like, you know, they've been like this huge, I don't know it, people tell me, grin on your face. You somehow feel it's
That you've done it. Right?
that they've done it.
Okay, you watched Dhurandhar, right? How was it?
I thought it was
Don't
an
be biased.
experience. I thought it was an experience. I won't lie to you. I saw it in the cinema in Sri Lanka. And when I watch these films that are not meant to be pro-Pakistani, I just watch them for I put aside
Yes.
the fact
same.
that the country that is being discussed is mine. And I just watch it for the narrative that's being presented and the performances and the but for a change in Dhurandhar, I felt, and this is something I've said it to someone as well, they really thoroughly researched Pakistan.
Yes.
They got a lot of stuff right about Pakistan. They got the art right. They got, apparently I was reading later because मतलब like, you know, चील चौक और सब कुछ था, तो I'm just like इतनी, और वो लग रहा है चील चौक. फिर पता चला थाईलैंड में उन्होंने सेट्स
पूरा
खड़ी की,
सेट ही तो थाईलैंड में बना है, पूरा लियारी थाईलैंड में बना,
पूरा लियारी थाईलैंड में बनाया है, to like, you know, to the level. And end of the film when we got done, and I think last week I was telling someone कि यार मेरे लिए तो टेक अवे ये था कि हम इतने रेलेवेंट हैं उनके लिए कि जो कुछ हो रहा है हम कर रहे हैं एज अ नेशन.
Yes.
तो मेरे लिए तो हम पावर हाउस निकल के आ गए. मुझे ये एंटाई नहीं लगी, बट एट द सेम टाइम जो चीज़ मुझे बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लगी कि द अमाउंट ऑफ रिसर्च, दे गॉट अ लॉट ऑफ स्टफ एक्यूरेट. देयर वाज नॉट मच आप जनाब हैपनिंग, देयर वाज नॉट मच काजल्स हैपनिंग. यस, थोड़ा बहुत there was cinematic liberty. Some of the actors couldn't get the Urdu right. Arjun Rampal couldn't get the Urdu right, but a lot of people did get the Urdu right. They got the pronunciations right. It was interesting to watch how much research was done in that film. And yes, they've shown a perspective. And it's their perspective and it's okay. I don't mind this.
I haven't watched Dhurandhar, but I've
अभी आई नहीं है
of
ना
course,
Netflix, yeah.
मैं श्रीलंका था नहीं उसमें.
Sorry.
But the thing is,
But it was a long film.
it's a 3.5 hours film, right?
It's a long film.
I have researched about it. I've read about it. The set was made in Thailand.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the perspective they've shown. मुझे पता है, as a Pakistani, you can't agree with it, right?
Of course.
But I respect the filmmaking process of it.
Exactly.
Right.
And you know, we were talking about it, a lot of stuff they've really gotten.
Yes.
Like obviously, हर कुछ दिनों के बाद, देर के बाद एक जुमला आता था जिसने लियारी कंट्रोल कर लिया, उसने पूरा पाकिस्तान कंट्रोल कर लिया. हम पाकिस्तान में बैठे, हमें पता है ऐसा नहीं है. ठीक है, that's okay. But still, but those I put under cinematic liberties, right?
Yes.
You have to take that liberties. हम भी अपनी फिल्मों में लेते हैं ना कुछ liberties. तो ठीक है यार, उन्होंने भी ले ली, कोई बात नहीं. It's still fun. It was just interesting to see as acting, as casting, as the costumes, the way everyone was stylized.
Yes. And the violence also.
Some scenes were very gritty, very hard. Some were very silent acting. I'd also respect for Ranveer because he actually played a fly on the wall character. So they were. Why do you think Akshay is walking away with so much credit? Because
Ranveer was not overshadowing him.
yeah,
he gave the
so
space.
respect for him because Ranveer is a bigger star.
Yes.
But obviously the story required that the spy was the fly on the wall, and he was just slowly moving the pawns, and that's how Ranveer played it. So again, respect to him to do that as well. And entertainment, ठीक है यार. और उनको पैसा तो चचिंग all the way.
Of course.
So and part 2 अलग आनी है, तो let's see.
मार्च में आ रही है ना?
Yes, ईद पे शायद apparently.
आपने बोला कि how Ranveer went in this film, character required some space also, and he was a spy, so he had to be in the shadows, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that when we make a film in our industry, actors or some big shot, right, comes on board to make a film with a director or producer, the demands are unnatural, right?
यार हम कंपेयर ही नहीं कर सकते उनकी multi-billion dollar इंडस्ट्री से. When it comes to films, हम अगर कंपेयर भी करें ना, हम ड्रामा टू फिल्म शायद कुछ निकाल सकते हैं. फिल्म टू फिल्म तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं. हम फिल्म टू फिल्म तो मेजॉरिटी इंडस्ट्री से नहीं निकाल सकते. हम अभी 52 फिल्म्स नहीं चर्न आउट कर रहे हैं.
True.
To cover every week.
Yes.
Right? तो हम कहाँ यार अपनी मतलब वो मतलब it doesn't make any sense to have that conversation, have those comparisons, have those expectations from our actors. And they're also struggling, to be really honest. On the box office, the whole dynamic of content consumption has changed, I feel, with OTT and with everything. And this is what I generally feel. It has changed so much that people are shying away to going to the cinemas. And I think even India is struggling. I think Hollywood's struggling. This is my perception. This is what I've read. And what feels like we don't go to cinemas as much, right? कि यार 2 हफ्ते में आ जाएगी Netflix पे देख लेंगे. 4 हफ्ते में तो लगी हुई होगी ना, देख लेंगे. Amazon पे आ जाएगी या वो या मतलब why bother going to the cinema? So the whole experience has changed. A lot of content is now getting consumed on the OTT.
Yes.
So from that perspective, I just feel the entire world is suffering and the dynamic of consumption is changing. I was reading somewhere now that, I don't know, Instagram or YouTube or someone is investing on content which is 90-second reels.
हाँ, ऐसा हो रहा है.
कि 120 episodes बनेंगी 90-second reels में on reel format because that's how people are consuming content. And I was just like, तो ये ड्रामे भी अब जो 60 minutes वाले हैं वो भी अब शायद obsolescence की तरफ जा रहे हैं because people's habits and viewership retention is changing. And then when I read it, I started thinking कि कितने ड्रामे हैं जो शायद मैंने YouTube पे पूरे देखे ही नहीं है, मैंने reels में देखे हुए हैं.
हाँ, बिल्कुल ऐसे ही है.
जो हमारे अपने ड्रामे वो मैंने reels में देखे हुए हैं. And I'm just like, so it's true because dynamics have changed and the business has changed and the industry has changed. So, it's just...
So how is this industry changing every time, right?
Yeah. Technology is changing it. People are changing
yes.
it.
So how is your management wala business is also changing with time? What कोई और स्टॉक होल्डर्स आ गए हैं या स्टेक होल्डर्स आ गए हैं और प्लेटफॉर्म्स आ गए. So now there are more opportunities for the actors also.
So yes, for the lines have again gotten blurred. To remain a celebrity is different. You understand? Is a person who is just making a family YouTube blog every day. That is also a celebrity now, right? Because a certain audience is following them and they have a certain say and opinion vis-a-vis someone who's doing one drama a year or one film a year. So what is stardom? How do you define a stardom? Is it the money value that person commands? What is it? Like, आप खुद ही देख रहे हो कि टिकटॉक से इंस्टाग्राम से ड्रामों में लीड्स आ रहे हैं लोग. तो वो कहाँ, where's the line? What is the line? Rather, where तो नहीं, what is the line? How do we define the line? What is stardom? It's completely changing, right? आप अगर internationally देखो तो वो Mr. Beast है. तो वो तो अपने थीम पार्क्स बना रहा है सऊदीया के अंदर और उसकी प्रोडक्ट लाइन है फीस्टेबल्स की और पता नहीं क्या क्या है और उसका यूट्यूब चैनल है पता नहीं कितने मिलियन सब्सक्राइबर्स का और पता नहीं क्या है. तो क्या वो सेलिब्रिटी है या लियोनार्डो डी कैप्रियो सेलिब्रिटी है, यू नो?
यस, बिकॉज ऑडियंस तो दोनों के पास है.
ऑडियंस तो दोनों के पास है और मोनेटाइज भी कर रहा है, बल्कि मिस्टर बीस्ट शायद बेहतर मोनेटाइज कर रहा है.
मिस्टर बीस्ट इज मोर रिचर देन लियोनार्डो, बाय द वे.
या एग्जैक्टली राइट. और क्योंकि उसको मोनेटाइज करना आता है अपने अपने ब्रांड को. और तो आपका, एंड देन आई वाज रीडिंग अबाउट तलविंदर रिसेंटली कि उसने भी अपने आप को म्यूजिक में मोनेटाइज किया हुआ है कि ही हैज दिस म्यूजिक क्लोथिंग लाइन एंड पता नहीं क्या क्या एंड बिटकॉइंस में एंड पता नहीं क्या. सो आई एम सो द टेक्नोलॉजी हैज चेंज द होल डायनामिक ऑफ हाउ सेलिब्रिटी हुड और सेलिब्रिटी डॉम, जो भी आप उसको कहो, स्टारडम है, वो कैसे खेली जाएगी.
एंड बट पाकिस्तानी कॉन्टेक्स्ट में when someone is popular on social media, so what is the future now for that stardom? क्योंकि social media पे if someone has around 50k or 100k or 200k or 300k followers, then उसका future क्या है for the business wise, right? या उसको ड्रामे मिलना शुरू हो जाएंगे, maybe a film also, maybe brand deals, maybe he's a singer now, he's making songs. How do you manage? What's the business? I'm trying to understand the business perspective of
okay,
it.
so from a business perspective, from my perspective, if I am managing someone, then you look at their talent skill. What can they do? Right? Yes, that is something, the monetization of it is something that I'm keenly now working on and want to explore more and more. Okay, fine. How do we multiply the revenue streams? So if a person is doing X, for example, right now, which is influencer work on social media, do we transition them? Can they act? Can we transition them into dramas? So take that stardom a notch up and take them to the other screen. Because can we turn them into business models, which is clothing lines or whatever, beyond clothing lines, franchising, whatever, figure that out. And then obviously, and then see what other growth trajectories can be built into. Multi-platform revenue models are also there. कि आप अगर Instagram पे बड़े हो तो आप TikTok पे भी आ जाओ, वहाँ से भी revenue कमाओ. TikTok, Instagram से आके YouTube पे आ जाओ, वहाँ से भी revenue कमा लो. So you have these multiple layers that come into the play and sort of you monetize and take revenue from. So वो हर stream से kind of पैसा फिर आपकी उस kitty में गिरे. So I'm working and exploring those options. Let's see. Pakistan mein people have been doing that. It's not like people haven't been doing that. There are people who have launched perfume lines. There are people who have launched restaurants, who have been content creators. Some have dabbled into acting. So on a personal front, people are also doing that. Yes. As a management firm, we are also trying to figure out and work with people to do that. It makes sense. It naturally makes sense because, again, इनकी जो stardom की trajectory और fame की जो peak है, वो हमें नहीं पता कितनी लंबी है.
True.
That's another problem, right?
Yes.
Like someone like Fahad or Humayun Saeed, they've been around for decades now. Yes. And they have kept on reinventing and revolving and sustaining.
Up
right?
to date hai wo.
ठीक है ना? And sustaining. Like they're still as relevant as they were when this 20 years ago, for example. But क्या आज का star 20 years के बाद sustainable और relevant रहेगा? क्योंकि एक तो शॉर्ट लिव्ड मेमोरीज हो गई हैं, प्लस एवरीवन इज डूइंग एवरीथिंग सो फास्ट, तो यू डोंट नो कि क्या वो 20 साल के बाद उसकी ये रेलेवेंस रहेगी.
सो हाउ डू यू पिक पीपल टू इन्वेस्ट ऑन देम इफ दिस इज अ बिग प्रॉब्लम? बिकॉज इफ यू इन्वेस्ट, द बिग इन्वेस्टमेंट इज द टाइम.
सो देखिए, अगेन फॉर मी, for us as an agency with Alchemist, it's talent. It's the talent capacity के भाई, और the desire. तो the hunger, अगले बंदे में hunger कितना है कि उसने ये चीज़ करनी भी है, मतलब कुछ बनना भी है. मतलब जो short term, long term वो secondary होता है, but first तो ये होता है कि जी हाँ ठीक है, तो second talent होता है. A lot of times people come in through referrals and stuff like that as well. Someone would work, for example, I'm just like, would work in a film or in a drama, and the director or someone from production would be like, you have a lot of potential, why don't you go to Samraj, she will work with you. We meet up, if the mind match happens, then we sort of start working together, and then we take it from there, and then it works till a period, it works together. If it lasts, it lasts. It doesn't. It's like any professional relationship. It's a partnership that works for as long as both parties feel. there is no hard and fast rule to the selection process. I won't lie to you. There is no, because every individual is a different brand. तो मैं कोई फॉर्मूला लगा के बैठ जाऊंगी तो फिर कैसे, मतलब मुझे यही चाहिए, तो वो तो फायदा ही नहीं है ना, because the creative process, right? So you need a different person in your portfolio.
Yes.
You want that differentiators.
Yes.
So you I would have a Ramsha and I would have a Khushal, but I would also have a Reham and I would also have a Shuja. So it would be like, the diversity would have to, but they're all different brands. They're not interchangeable. They're not direct competitions to each other, but they're all individual people with their individual trajectories.
Yes.
So there has to be something.
Yes.
That we can work on. And there has to be desire at the other ends as well.
But the thing is that if you somehow get people on board, talent on board, right?
Yeah.
कि यार आप actor अच्छे हो, we'll be looking after you, let's do it, right? If it's not working for 2 or 3 years, then what's the drawback then? कि have you invested as an actor or as a person, जो भी आएगा,
you try only ना, देखो end of the day तो luck है ना.
For the management also,
देखो हमारा तो नुकसान ये है कि because we are on a revenue share model, right? तो straight up नुकसान है, we're not making any money. ठीक है ना? Because obviously if you're not making any money, I'm not making any money, right? So I've invested my time and effort on you, but you just ain't selling. So I'm not making any money. So that's the straight up nuksan.
Yes.
But then obviously I saw something in my gut in you when I took you on board, and maybe I took you too prematurely. Maybe your time is 5 years from now, not right now. So there has to be that trust and faith as well. Sometimes what I see doesn't necessarily mean the directors or the production houses see it. Right? So I might see something in you and I'd be like, yaar, ye banda to ye cheez, this is this person. But then I go to Nabil or I go to Nadeem Bhai or I go to Hum TV and I'd be like, this is this person. And they're like, पागल हो गई है क्या? नहीं है. अब आप उसको हैमर करते रहोगे, फिर एक टाइम लगेगा, फिर वो चीज़ किसी by sheer luck you find that project where they see that thing and then it shoots off. So it has to be right place, right timing, right project. Maybe I find it, maybe it happens. It's a lot of ifs and buts. We can only but try as a management. But the advantage of having a management vis-a-vis not having a management is that 1 + 1 = 11.
Yes.
Right? So you, like the other day I was watching some actor's YouTube video where she was talking about to become an actor you need to connect to production houses. But which I kind of now feel is an obsolete advice. Because I'll tell you why. The production houses are constantly churning out content and they're really busy. So even if you drop into their doors with your audition tapes every day, you don't know if they're going to the right
Probably
eyes.
They won't even see it.
They won't. The right eyes won't see it. The chances.
Yes.
But the chances of a management firm sitting in the room with the head of production and the head of production asking कि यार कोई लड़का लड़की बता दो हमें इस कैरेक्टर के लिए चाहिए is more.
वजन आ जाता है मैनेजमेंट से.
हाँ, वो मतलब एटलीस्ट मैं वहाँ तक आपका नाम तो ले जा सकती हूँ. एटलीस्ट मैं ये तो हो सकता है यार उससे मिल लो, अगर समझ आ, मतलब मेरा आस्क यही होता है कि if I'm sitting with Jio, if I'm sitting with ARY, any of the ARY production houses, Green production house, I would just be like, यार देख लो, I've signed this person, मिल लो, you might find synergy. अभी like for example, Sharia Munawwar has also started production. We're helping them out in a lot of casting opportunities because उनका यही होता है कि यार फलां की बहन के लिए रोल चाहिए या उसका मतलब they might have casted the leads, but they need people. खाली लीड तो नहीं बनाता है ना ड्रामा, एंड दे वांट टू ऑब्वियसली व्हेन यू अपलिफ्ट द क्वालिटी ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट यू डोंट वांट lighter people doing those side roles.
Yes.
And but on those side roles you are willing to take a risk with newer faces, and so like they're like okay fine हमें यहाँ पे एक बंदा चाहिए, I would send 4-5 people, out of them one might work out. They do that one role, if it works out maybe they might keep on taking them repeatedly. That's their opening. If they don't find the next one, we can only but keep on trying. That's the thing. Sometimes it starts from a literal support role, and then especially when it's a content creator who feels like I want to become an actor. But जब वो सेट पे जाते हैं वो कहते हैं oh my god 12 घंटे नहीं भाई ये हमसे ना हो पाएगा, हम ये 5 मिनट की रील वाले ठीक है. तो ये भी एक चैलेंज होता है कि वो आते हैं वो कहते हैं हमें तो एक्टर बनना है, बट जब आप एक दफ़ा कराते हो कहते हैं भाई नहीं भाई मैं ये अपनी क्विक रील्स में खुश हूँ, अच्छा लेट्स री इन्वेंट, ये नहीं करना वो करना है. तो ये भी होता है. सो I just feel, yes, nowadays, especially with us, I don't know about, again, I can't comment on the other management firms, but because I work with fresh talent a lot more, so we can give these opportunities. And then we work holistically. So we just don't work on dramas. We work on dramas, we work on commercials. We also help them monetize their social media, ताकि क्विक इनकम भी आती रहे, एटलीस्ट रनिंग एक्सपेंसेस ही कवर हो जाते हैं उनसे, सो वो फिर वो 360 भी हो जाता है, सो एटलीस्ट किटी इज एक्टिवेटेड अगेन. The Instagram work can also happen, the digitals and campaigns and ye wo. Why? Because we're connected to the agencies who have these campaigns happening. So wahan se, get the ball rolling. So at least something is happening. We try.
That's very good, actually. I wanted to always ask this to you, that how much talent you have on board right now?
It's roughly 100 people.
100 people?
Yeah, plus minus.
And how much revenue as a business firm are you making?
Not too much.
Not too much?
Not too much. Not too much. And obviously, I'm not getting FBR coming to me, okay? So, not that it's all by the books and papers, but we work on a commission model. We work on a revenue share. Most of the people, they're not all A-list stars. A-list या stars 10 होंगे 12 होंगे इसमें, बाकी सब upcoming struggling लोग.
So these 10 to 12 people are actually making money for you guys, right?
So it's a mix. Okay. Someone who's a content creator who can be charging 3 या 4 lakh रुपए per reel, but they're popular and they get. But you understand we're on a commission model, so the primary earner is that person. So they get like 10 reels a month. To do the maths, they could be making me more than someone who's an A-list celebrity, because वो शायद सिर्फ TVCs करता है और ड्रामे करता है और वो साल में सिर्फ 4 TVCs करता है.
टेबल्स टर्न हो गए हैं पूरी यहाँ पे.
समझ रहे हो? तो it doesn't necessarily mean that an A-lister is the highest revenue earner for me. Like sometimes it surprises me that this person is earning this much via us. But हाँ, मुझे मेरी नज़र में, I won't lie to you, I feel हम जरिया हैं. मेरा पर्सपेक्टिव ये कि हम जरिया हैं, क्योंकि हम हम मेहनत जाहिर है इसीलिए कर रहे हैं कि हमारा भी स्टेक है उसमें. बट प्राइमरी अगर हम 15% पे भी काम कर रहे हैं तो 85 तो किसी और की पॉकेट में जा रहा है. तो हम जरिया हैं. हमारे तवस्सुत कोई और, किसी की लाइफ चेंज हो रही है, किसी की फाइनेंशियल सिचुएशन चेंज हो.
बट देन ऑल्सो इट्स अ बिजनेस.
Of course it's a business. वो 15% हम कमा रहे हैं तो obviously it's a business.
Yes.
But हम जरिया हैं. मेरा बहुत, मुझे लगता है कि ये 100 लोग जो हैं, और क्योंकि मैंने like I said, हम बहुत ज़्यादा upcoming actors के साथ काम करते हैं. Like अब रेहाम रफ़ीक बहुत सारे लोगों को पता है, बट रेहाम सबसे पहले मुझे फिजा नबील ने भेजा था मेरे पास. जब उसने खेल देखी थी. वो अलग बात है कि उस वक्त जब वो खेल में से बिल्कुल लीड पे आ गई थी वो बच्ची, तो उसको लग रहा था कि मतलब हो गया है, सेटल है, लाइफ सॉर्ट हो गई है. बट देन शी नीडेड टू हैव हर 1.5 2 years of struggle. Then she realized कि okay, one film does not make it a career. And then माशाल्लाह she came to me 2 years later कि यार अच्छा अब करते हैं. जो 2 साल पहले बात की थी ना, वो she ran a solo run and but she's like करते हैं. And then she came and mashallah say like, at that time I knew Meesam Bhai was signing up for his things and stuff, and Reham was kind enough, and Meesam Bhai was kind enough to audition Reham for that role, and it worked out, and Parvarish kind of changed her career trajectory completely, because she got into the television limelight, and alhamdulillah, it was a ongoing thing. So it's like, my passion, honestly speaking, does not lie in taking an A-list star and just making money out of them. My passion, to be personally honest, lies where the challenge comes in. Where people will tell me कि यार ये बंदा जिस पे तुम बात कर रही हो, ये तो 7 PM actor, and then you suddenly see them become
such a slang you used.
हाँ, but ये है हमारे प्रोडक्शन हाउसेस के हमारे ये मसले हैं. तो ये अदर साइड ऑफ द कॉइन है कि नहीं, ये तो यार ये तो भाई बहन. And then you're like, no यार, ये है कुछ इनका. Have faith, see what I see.
Yes.
But that takes time.
Yes. But आपने रेहाम की बात की. I want to know that in all these years I've been following Reham's journey. One thing is for sure that I don't know about the acting part of it, but Reham has been very active on social media.
Yes.
So that's something you look after? Or that's something you pushed Reham, कि you have to be?
So Reham came to me 1.5 years, 1 year ago. 1 year, 2-3 months ago. So she's been active on social media from before she came to me.
Yes.
But her, like, you know, obviously her numbers improved when she made it big on television. So obviously once her numbers, because social media ki income is all about reach and engagement and all this other bakwas, right? But yes, she's been active, she's been TikToking and she's been doing that. But I think that is her own journey. Once because Reham has had a huge struggle. That kid's, like, you know, from background dancing to Khel Khel Mein getting discovered by Fiza Nabil to commercially becoming big and doing a lot of TVCs and everything and getting registered. She's had her own struggles and journey. And obviously as a part of that struggle, she took in and she has responsibilities as well. So she took all that and she took multiple, again, revenue streams that she thought she needed to sustain. So and respect to her for that. Okay, she worked her way up, and, like, you know, she's also a hip hop dancer.
Yes.
She's also a choreographer, and does dance classes. Used to do dance classes as well. Commercials में काम करती है, dubbing का काम करती है. मतलब वो talent का पटारा है.
She's a powerhouse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But undiscovered, na? Like, imagine how many undiscovered gems are out there in our country.
Yeah.
And they're all loose cannons, and they're all looking for someone to just hold their hand and say, you're not a misfit. You're just you. And that's why I'm saying there's no fixed formula when we talk about management, because everyone is their own unique brand. What Reham is, no one else is. There is no replacement.
Yeah.
That way, right? Same way you take Reham and you take someone else, and they will be them. They can't be someone, you know. Unka koi replacement nahi hai. But struggles, majority of the times when you talk to these kids or you talk to these actors, even if they're in their 30s, they've had struggles.
Of course, because there's a personal life also, right? Usme hisab se. And I've been following Reham on social media, and she's been through a lot.
Yeah, and she's
recently.
currently also going through a lot. She's going through like a massive mental health situation, and then there are like absolutely massive inconsiderations that she's also dealing with, because हमें mental health की तमीज़ ही नहीं है.
True.
मतलब अगर एक्टर का हार्ट टूटा हुआ है तो हम कहेंगे अब शूट कैसे करेंगे क्योंकि हार्ट टूटा हुआ है. बट अगर एक बंदा बोलेगा मुझे एंग्जाइटी इश्यूज हैं या मुझे पैनिक अटैक्स हो रहे हैं, तो वो कहेंगे तो ये तो कुछ नहीं होता बेटा, ना दुआ पढ़ो और आ जाओ सेट पे. तो क्योंकि वो टूटा हाथ थोड़ी है, या वो बुखार थोड़ी है, या वो कोविड थोड़ी है, तो हमें अंडरस्टैंडिंग की भी कमी है ना.
But then how would you deal with all these problems? Because actors are very close to you, right?
Yeah.
They probably share stuff with you जो वो लोगों को ना बताए, you know, और productions को और directors को, right? How do you deal, or how do you manage this gap if some actor is going through a thing?
Yeah. Where I can't disclose?
Yes, when you can't disclose.
Where I can't disclose, then I would ask them to trust me and be like, sometimes you have to be the bad bitch as well. You have to. Sometimes you're just like, नहीं हो रहा, fire कर दो, निकाल दो, कर लो जो करना है. मतलब like, you know, कभी-कभी करना पड़ता है, especially जब आपको understanding नहीं मिलती है. और but मेरा कोशिश पूरी हद तक ये होती है कि मैं प्रोडक्शन हाउसेस के साथ इंक्लूसिवली काम करूँ. इसलिए कि आई अंडरस्टैंड देयर चैलेंजेस एज वेल. इसलिए मैं कोई फरिश्ता नहीं हूँ, ये बात नहीं है, बट आई अंडरस्टैंड देयर चैलेंजेस एज वेल. प्लस लाइक इतनी सी तो इंडस्ट्री है यार. हम साथ काम नहीं करेंगे तो फायदा क्या है? ठीक है, तो मिलके ही काम करना है ना. कल को मेरे ही एक्टर्स ने उनके ड्रामों में भी काम करना है, कल को उनको मेरे ही एक्टर्स की जरूरत होगी. तो ठीक है यार, मिलके लेट्स लुक एट अ प्रॉब्लम, लेट्स फाइंड अ सोल्यूशन. ठीक है, कहीं जेन्युइनली मैं फंसी हुई हूँ तो आप समझ लो, कहीं जेन्युइनली आप फंसे हो तो मैं आपके लिए सोल्यूशन निकालने के लिए कोशिश पूरी करूँगी. नहीं निकाल सकूँगी तो मैं आई एम सॉरी, बट आई विल ट्राई. सो या, और एंड ऑफ द डे मुझे इन्हीं के पास कास्टिंग भी करानी है, तो मैं इनके लड़के क्या ही अचीव कर लूँगी?
You can't fight.
क्या ही अचीव कर लूँगी, राइट? मतलब अगली दफ़ा जब मैं लेके आऊँगी किसी स्ट्रगलिंग एक्टर को, कहेंगे मैं इनको तो साइड में करो. ठीक है ना. तो आई वॉन्ट दैट रिलेशनशिप ऑफ ट्रस्ट with everyone. Like, you know, and alhamdulillah over the last, because ड्रामों में तो मैंने 2-2.5 साल से ही एक्टिवली काम करना शुरू किया, तो आई बिल्ट अ सर्टन लेवल ऑफ ट्रस्ट. एक है कि भाई अगर समरा के पास से या अल्केमिस्ट से लोग आ रहे हैं तो हाँ, इनका एक सर्टन डिसिप्लिन होगा,
Yes.
एक वर्क एथिक होगा, तो एक ट्रस्ट ही है ना ये. दिस इज द काइंडनेस ऑफ द प्रोडक्शन हाउसेस, दिस इज द काइंडनेस ऑफ द डायरेक्टर्स के ओके फाइन, इफ समरा इज रिप्रेजेंटिंग दीज पीपल, दिस ये चेक बॉक्सेस इनके होंगे. तो ऑब्वियसली इफ सर्टन एक्टर डजंट फुलफिल देम, देन दे आर आउट एज वेल. Then I have a zero tolerance policy there also, because I don't want an action of one person representing and harming the 100 others that are there. So, and my ask is a basic ask, na, set पे time पे जाओ, ठीक है, काम अपना, give your 100%, don't have फजूल के tantrums, especially if you're struggling and on your way up, even if you're established. इज्जत के साथ यार सब इज्जत के भूखे होते हैं. यही आस्क्स हैं और क्या आस्क्स हैं. आप अपना काम करो, मेरा काम है बाकी पार्ट of the deal manage karna, right? Inclusive 1 + 1 11. You manage the creative process, give that your 100%. I manage the executive process and give that my 100%. And Allah aage, Allah malik hai.
How do you damage control? You know, if some actor is into some kind of controversy, right? And वो अपने personal level पे, and he posted something on social media, or something happened and got leaked, and now you're like, okay, we need to control this. How do you do this? And
because if it is legitimate, then I will never do anything about it. I would like request the actor either to apologize, like if someone's misbehaved, if someone said something out of line, inappropriate, then my take at that time would be to tell the actor or the actress.
ऐसा कोई incident हुआ है आपके साथ?
Why?
Can you tell us? No? Don't name it.
No, there've been actors who've gone and on like interviews and stuff like that and have said stuff they shouldn't have said, and people have, or they've said incomplete stuff. क्योंकि obviously podcasts are very conversational, right? हो सकता है कल को मेरी कोई controversy बनी भी हो कि मैंने ये बोल दिया, but like I'm just saying कि आप फ्लो में कभी कभी इनकम्प्लीट बात भी निकल जाती है. आपका इंटेंशन वो नहीं होता है, वो फिर ऑब्वियसली इफ यूर अ नोन पर्सन तो वो निकल की क्लिप कुछ और बन के खड़ी होती है. तो वहाँ पे आपका दो वो होता है कि अगर आपने कही है तो आइदर लाइक जस्ट एक्सप्लेन इट फर्दर so that if it was actually something that was sensible and right but it was misconstrued, or apologize and move on, because I feel it's the easiest thing to do कि भाई I messed up, this is not what I was meaning to say and this was my perspective and I'm sorry if I hurt certain emotions, because मेरे नज़र में sorry कहने से कोई छोटा बड़ा नहीं होता. तो आप apologize करो, diffuse the situation, and then you after it's diffused move to the narrative management कि okay fine हम आगे कैसे narrative को लेके चलेंगे. So that's one route. That is when you say something or something like that happens. If something leaks, my personal opinion is always let it die out. ठीक है ना, जितना उसको जस्टिफाई और एक्सप्लेन करोगे, मतलब लीक है, तस्वीर है या कोई इस तरह की चीज़ है ना, तो आप उसको जाके अंडू तो कर ही नहीं सकते हो ना, राइट? तो बेहतर है कि यार उसको खामोश होके ना, या आपने किसी को मतलब आप किसी को चपेड़ मारते हुए वीडियो लग गई, या लाइक यू नो यू हैव अ ड्रिंक इन योर हैंड और व्हाटएवर समथिंग लाइक दैट, इट्स ऑलवेज बेटर कि भाई आप उसको जस्ट बी क्वाइट एंड लेट इट फेड अवे. Another route is कि जिसने लगाई है वहाँ पे आप रिक्वेस्ट कर लो कि यार can you remove it, if it's especially if you feel if this is gonna especially given the religious sentiments, given the political sentiments, if it is gonna put the actor or actress on risk, then it's better to do that. But a lot of times छोटी मोटी चीज़ है तो मैं वो जाने दो, like then my strategy is like सड़क पे तो कुत्ते भौंकेंगे ना, आप हर कुत्ते के पीछे तो नहीं भागते. ठीक है ना, like you know अगर आप if your content style is humorous content and people are gonna be like oh उसने तो ये कहा, तो भाई वो तो उसका काम है ना यार, वो तो आप कितना ही उस पे you know what I mean. तो वहाँ पे तो दोनों तरह की controversies आएंगी ना, तो फिर if the person stands by their opinion then you just let it be, let the other side speak. और बहुत सारी बैटल्स होती हैं, इस तरह की चीज़ें होती हैं जहाँ पे आपने कोई रील बनाई होती है और उस पर नीचे लोग लिख रहे होते हैं बड़ी फेमिनिस्ट बन रही हो, बड़ी ये बन रही हो, बड़ी वो बन रही हो. उसमें आप क्या मतलब, you know, you are a feminist, then you are a feminist. I'm not about myself, but a creator or an actor who is a feminist or has this kind of opinions, then they're suddenly not going to become like non-feminist, right? So उसमें आप क्या जस्टिफाई करोगे, क्या आप वो करोगे? आप उस पर फिर आर्टिकल भी आएंगे कि वो बड़ी फेमिनिस्ट बन रही थी और लोगों ने नीचे बहुत बातें लिखी, तो वो फिर. बट हाँ, if you are that person, then my take on those is always own that narrative.
Yes.
Then if you are a feminist, then don't go do a drama जहाँ आपको चपेड़े पड़ रही हैं. Then own that narrative.
True. That's actually true, हाँ, because आप यहाँ पे कुछ और हो and then screen पे
hypocrisy
कुछ
मत
और,
करो
हाँ.
यार, वो फिर मुझे समझ नहीं आती,
This
ठीक
is
है ना?
two-faced.
हाँ, this is very
हाँ.
two-faced. So if you are, your public persona is in a certain way where you're talking about women's rights, where you're talking about advocacy, then your body of work should reflect that.
True.
Then you should not be accepting work which goes into that line. If you are, like, you know, for example, if you're a religious person, then again your body of work should be reflective of that. Anything. I'm saying because again everyone holds their own certain set of beliefs and opinions.
True.
And it's okay if you don't have any. I have no issues with that as well. नहीं है तो कोई मसला नहीं, जो करना है करो, वो तुम्हारा कॉल है. क्रिएटिव प्रोसेस कभी भी मेरा कॉल नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि मैंने तो नहीं जाके वो कैरेक्टर बन के एक्ट करना ना. तो वो क्रिएटिव प्रोसेस आपका कॉल है. आई रिस्पेक्ट वट एवर योर, आई माइट नॉट एग्री विद इट, but that's my personal opinion. Why am I going to come and harm your creative process? But yes, I will fight with you to own that process. That's where the battle will probably ensue.
Do you think because of all the social media outreach and all this stuff, you guys have to control some actors about it or some talent about it, because कहीं से भी कुछ भी spark up कर जाता है? Or like, do you guys police them somehow? You know, do you guys manage them? वो उस management का part है क्या? Because you have to somehow control them.
I wish I could, but I don't. I wish I could. कभी कभी बड़ा दिल चाहता है कि यार
क्यों डाल दिया
ये कहने की जरूरत नहीं थी बेटा. मतलब like you didn't have to say it. Beta or no beta, but like it could be older people as well. You didn't really, like, did you really have to? But then you're like, they're their own people as well, right? Can't take that away from them. तो policing नहीं होती है, management थोड़ी बहुत होती है, mentorship, media training. I believe in that, especially because again, like I said, I work with fresh people. So a lot of times when we open them up for these interviews, I will sit with them. There have been times when I've had people come over to my house and watch their role interviews, and just to see where they went wrong, like how they went wrong, because they're raw, yaar. Let's be honest, घर से उठे हैं, अचानक कोई मीडिया ट्रेनिंग थोड़ी हुई है हमारे एक्टर्स. तो like they will go and say anything, they will overshare personal, मतलब कुछ भी उसमें गलत नहीं है, but it just, when you're watching the interview, you're like,
it's not professional.
Why are you saying all this? Do you really need to give all this information?
True.
Sometimes also देखो एक्टर एक कैरेक्टर प्ले करता है, right? So उसकी stardom उस कैरेक्टर की होती है, right? If I take the example like Vahaj became huge after Tere Bin, right? तो वो एक aura भी तो build हो जाता है ना, certain aura. Maybe just the beauty is holding that aura. Maybe, and I love that about him, that he's just holding on to that aura. He's not giving oversharing and giving multiple interviews.
It's actually true, because I haven't seen Vahaj giving interviews.
Exactly. Why ruin that aura?
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Vahaj fan, by the way.
Same.
Right?
Mad respect. We're great friends. Like, I managed Vahaj till post Tere Bin, actually. We work together. We are still great friends. We, like, you know, regularly chill, gossip, chat with each other, everything. But the thing is, why? Do you really need to break that bubble by going and giving all this information about yourself? Ruin that aura? Like, yes, he's done public appearances and spoken there, and you'd have these snippets of interviews here and there, but he's restrained himself.
Yeah.
But then some people also, I feel, need to talk because they have such great opinions.
True.
Like, for example, Farhan. Like, Farhan, I pushed to talk because I feel Farhan is an insanely funny and insanely intelligent actor. But he was very quiet. He would let his acting and music talk. So when his album came out right now, my first thing was like, you're giving interviews. You're showing the world what Farhan Saeed is. Because you have these amazing interviews, you have these amazing opinions that you have never shared with the world. People don't know you. I didn't know this till I started managing you. Then the world needs to see. And I don't need to train you to do this. You, mashallah, this man has been around for 21 years. He's seen the world. He's seen the peak performed in India. He's done, like, you know, insane body of work, massive hits.
That's actually true, because last time I saw Farhan Saeed was in Pakistan Idol.
Yeah.
You know, उससे पहले he was gone.
Yeah.
Like, he need to make more public appearances, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and not just public appearances, talk,
Yeah.
let people hear him. And, like, you know, just, like, you know, when he gave interviews, there was so
Podcast
many,
पे बुला लो.
so many like opinions came out, and so many things that he said that people loved, and no one knew that he could.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's also a little bit of this that we have to, it's not about policing. Neither have I policed, yes, I pushed Farhan, but at the right time when his album came out. But neither have I policed Wahaj or whatever. It's a personal choice, but you have to understand there has to be this, should you, shouldn't you? Should you manage that aura? Let the mystery be. Talk about when there is something to talk about. You're an actor, talk about your work. Maybe you don't need to be talking all the time.
What is it? I want to ask this question. What is this, you know, what's the sad reality of your business, you know? Because for the industry I work in, मैंने अभी सबसे saddest part देखा है अपना 2 हफ्ते पहले.
क्या?
मैं आर्ट्स काउंसिल में गया था for auditions. And I was the one conducting auditions, and I saw people जो आर्ट्स काउंसिल में हैं. They have been around for 20 years, 15 years, 25 years, or 30 years, you know, and they're still auditioning for the smallest part of the film, right?
Yeah, struggling.
Yeah, उनके आंखों में अभी तक वैसे ही ख्वाब है जो 25 साल पहले थे, 30 साल पहले थे, right? And then I realized one thing, that this is the saddest part I've ever seen. I was depressed for, मतलब मैं 2 दिन के लिए बिल्कुल खामोश हो गया था, because I've seen मेरे अब्बा के उम्र के लोग, उनसे बड़ी उम्र के लोग, you know, आके प्लेट पकड़ के ऑडिशन दे रहे हैं, यू नो, एंड आई एम द वन who's calling everyone for the कि हाँ आप सिलेक्ट हो गए. I know that person personally when I'm watching all the auditions, and वो रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं कि यार दानिश भाई प्लीज, मैं आपके ग्रैंड सन जितना हूँ, यू नो, मैं आपके बच्चे जैसा हूँ. I thought that this is the saddest thing I've come across in a very long time, because मैंने ख्वाब टूटते हुए देखे हैं वहाँ.
उसका एक और साइड भी, ऑप्टिमिज्म नहीं खत्म उनके अंदर से. That's the beauty.
And that's the saddest part for me.
Yeah, you took sadness. I took the beauty of the optimism out of them. कि वो उनमें इतना optimism है अभी तक. I wish we could be that optimistic. You know, I wish we could be that optimistic. हम बहुत जल्दी give up कर देते हैं. हम बहुत जल्दी बोर हो जाते हैं. और ये लोग हैं जो अभी तक sustain कर रहे हैं. For me, the saddest part is so there are 2, okay? One, which is not really sad, but it's a choice that I've made after like my initial 1 or 2 first 2 clients. I think when I was talking to you on the call, I mentioned it as well, is the boundary. While we as managers are so involved in the day-to-day life of these individuals, we still have to make sure we protect ourselves emotionally and have a boundary up that this is not a personal relationship and it will end. So that is, and to have that kind of inner strength कि आप इतने इन्वॉल्व हो एक बंदे की जिंदगी में कि उसका पूरा ब्रांड आपने बिल्ड किया है, लेकिन आपको ये पता है कि ये रिलेशनशिप टेम्पररी है और ये जब भी खत्म होगा आपने मूव ऑन करना है लाइक दिस. ठीक है ना, और आपने रिस्पेक्ट करना है उस अगले इंसान की चॉइस को कि अब मैंने ये काम नहीं करना, ये अब आपके साथ काम नहीं करना, जो भी. ठीक है, तो एक, आई डोंट नो इफ इट्स सैड बट इट्स द हार्ड पार्ट.
इट्स हार्ट ब्रेकिंग वैसे अगर मैं सोचूं भी इस बारे में.
या सो इट्स अ हार्ड पार्ट एंड लाइक यू नो honestly speaking, I didn't even realize I was doing this till Rahil Rao, who's the editor of Diva, we were sitting over coffee one day and he's like, तुम कैसे कर लेती हो? And I'm just like, क्या कर लेती हो? It's like तुम्हारे पास ये आया वो आया और अब वो नहीं है तुम्हारे पास और तुम्हें कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. तो मैंने कहा क्या मैं इतनी कैलस और कोल्ड हूँ? But then I realized, you know, then I was talking to my therapist and I kind of decoded it because अपना personal ये हुआ कि यार क्या मैं इंसान नहीं हूँ कि मतलब वो मूव ऑन करे गए, उनके साथ 5-5, 6-6 साल मैंने काम किया और मुझे कुछ फील ही नहीं होता उनके जाने से. तो पता हुआ होगा मतलब. But then I realized कि because my boundaries were up so well and because I never transitioned it into a personal relationship and kept it a work relationship, it was easier to sort of move on and not let emotionally be like broken or you know. So and I'm like, you know, and I'm not that callous or whatever. It was just, I took it as a work relationship, just like a client agency relationship and things like that. But yeah, that is a tougher part of the business. The other is the struggle. a lot of times when you are helpless, when you want to help a person and you don't have answers or you don't have solutions.
Like what?
Like, you know, किसी भी एक्टर को जिसने करियर बनाना है, जो आप पे ट्रस्ट करके बैठा है, बट उसको नहीं आप क्रैक कर पा रहे हो रोल, या उसका फाइनेंशियल आपको पता है कि यार उसकी ये स्ट्रगल्स हैं, बट आप you are unable to help them make that kind of money. And or the other sad part is recovery. जब उन्होंने काम भी किया हुआ होता है और आप उनके पैसे नहीं रिकवर करके दे पा रहे होते हो, you feel so helpless and sad कि यार मेरे कंट्रोल में नहीं है. And there are so many times जहाँ पे मैं कहती हूँ अच्छा चलो हम दे देंगे, हम रिकवर करते रहेंगे. So you know that certain helplessness that comes on this side, because obviously we're also the middle party, right?
Yeah.
Like मैं फॉर एग्जाम्पल हाइपोथेटिकली तुम्हें आके बोलती हूँ अपनी फिल्म में ये 4 बंदों को ले लो यार, they really need the work, and you're like but they're not the right casting.
True.
Right? They're
That's
not the
how
right
I felt in Arts Council.
Yeah.
You know?
They're not the right casting. Samrat, I'd love to take your people, but they're not the right casting. And I know कि पीछे यार ये बंदा एक dreams और hopes की पटारा लेके बैठा हुआ है, you know, and you're like, so yeah, that I feel is one, and the other one's the relationship side, which personally doesn't impact me, but yeah, from this perspective, I'm sure maybe there are other people who do get like, you know, and sad. Some people I would say who came and left, I wish they trusted the vision I had for them. It could have gone a different route, but it's okay as well. And those are not things I feel saddest about. Those I feel a certain melancholy, a certain sense of loss towards. Ki kash.
Because you saw the potential and you planned it.
Yeah, I had a vision. And maybe my vision didn't align with their vision. तो वो भी एक चीज़ होती है ना, मतलब मैं सोच रही हूँ कि नहीं तुझे डायरेक्टर बनना है, पर तेरे दिमाग में बैठा हुआ है नहीं मैं तो एक्टर बनना है, मैं तो हीरो बनूंगा. अब मैं देख रही हूँ कि भाई नहीं है तुझ में, लेकिन अब हम या तो लड़ते रहें इसके ऊपर या हम पार्ट वेज करेंगे. भाई जा ठीक है, तुझे अगर अब्दुल कह रहा है कि तू वो तुझे एक्टर बना सकता है तो इट्स लाइक मेरे से ना हो पाएगा. यू नो.
How long have you been in this business?
You want to know the funny part?
Yes.
6-7 years.
Wow. मुझे लगा 20-25 साल हो गए. समरा मैडम जो है वो काफी ज्यादा, अली जफर जब पैदा हुआ था तब बोला कि आओ और ये गाना गाओ छन्नों की आंख में तेरा नशा. Very nice.
Yeah. So I'm a corporate girly. I've worked in the corporate sector.
Now it makes sense now. क्योंकि आपने corporate का नाम लिया, now it makes all the sense.
Yeah, I've worked in the corporate sector. I'm a marketing graduate. I've worked in the corporate sector all my life. 11 years ago, 12 years ago, when digital was picking up, I was really bored with the corporate sector, and every agency I'd go to was not understanding digital. From my side, I was the head of communication for Etihad for Pakistan, Nepal, and Bangladesh at that time. My move was Abu Dhabi. I went to Abu Dhabi, checked it, like really didn't want to do that, came back. I didn't want to be in Abu Dhabi, be a third grade citizen to the Arabs and the Goras and the Indians and everything. And I was just like, third grade citizen in a first world country or first grade citizen in my own third world country. I chose my third world country. So I'd like, you know, so Khair came back, and then I was just dabbling, blogging, ye wo. And then I started my PR agency. That happened because some, you know, Maheen Khan, the designer, she was the one who was like, set up a PR agency. She knew me from before, from Etihad and everything. Set up a PR agency. I've told the story so many times. तो रटी हुई है ये. तो खैर I was like, Maheen auntie, she's like, मुझे कभी बिजनेस नहीं करना था, to be really honest. मुझे नौकरी चाहिए थी, मेरा मंथली पेचेक चाहिए था, मैं बहुत खुश थी उसमें. Like, so I set up a company, started Walnut, which is my PR agency, and then I was like, obviously शुरू में PR agencies को corporates इतना मुंह नहीं लगाते हैं, तो we started working in film and entertainment PR. So while I was doing film and entertainment PR, I think 2 years down the road into that, I was doing Janan's PR, and I was also doing Mareen's film Dobara Pilse's PR. Hareem Farooq was in both the films. She was producing Janan, and she was the lead in Dobara Pilse, and she's the one who's like, get into management and do my PR. And I'm just like, भाई मुझे ये नहीं आता, मैं corporate और brands जानती हूँ. लाइक हमारे एस्प्रेसो में बैठे हुए थे, शी इज़ लाइक टिशू का डब्बा सामने करती है, इसकी पीआर कर सकती हैं? हाँ मेरी भी कर सकती हैं, समझे मैं ये टिशू का डब्बा हूँ। अच्छा चलो ठीक है, तुम तो इट्स योर सर्कस बड़ी, ये तुम्हारा है अपना, मेरा सारा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट भेजे आप, बस आप बताएं, रिटेनर बताएं, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट भेजें, एंड वी आर डूइंग दिस। जानी तेरे पैसे मैं कह रहा तू ठीक है कर ले। सो उसी दौरान जानान हानिया वाज इन इट, सो इमरान काज़मी, हरीम्स पार्टनर, वाज लाइक this new kid, he's discovered her through Dub Smash, she's moving to Karachi, इसको देख लें, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इसका भी भेज दें, इसको भी कर लें। मैं तुम दोनों मुझे कहाँ फंसा रहे हो? सो लाइक मुझे नहीं आता ये इंसानों, तो खैर इमरान हरीम पुश, सो स्टार्ट मैनेजिंग पीपल। उसी दौरान हमने राफे राजदी की एक फिल्म थी तोड़ा जी ले, उसकी भी पीआर की थी, बिलाल वाज इन इट, अब्बास, सो एंड फैज़ वाज वर्किंग फॉर मी एट दैट टाइम इन वॉलनट। फिल्म पीआर ही पे फैज़ मेरे साथ काम करता था।
आई नो फैज़ बिकॉज़ आप उन्होंने बताया था आपको।
हाँ, तो फैज़ नबील के पास भी फैज़ू को मैंने ही भेजा था।
आई आल्सो नो दिस।
हाँ, तो फैज़ू वाज लाइक ये बिलाल पीआर के लिए मिलना चाह रहा है, हम मरीम आनिया का कर रहे हैं तो उसको भी मिल ले। सो अच्छा मिल लेते हैं, चलो। तो बिलाल, हरीम, हानिया इज हाउ वी स्टार्टेड।
कितना स्पॉन्टेनियस है ये सब कुछ।
दुनिया मेरी
आपकी पूरी लाइफ
मेरी लाइफ ऐसे ही चलती है।
हरीम आ गई बैठे बैठे, हानिया आ गई, बिलाल आ गया।
ये अब है ना, हरीम, हानिया, बिलाल उस वक्त नहीं थे। हाँ, उस वक्त प्रॉब्ली लोग थे बस। खैर तो जो खैर वो आज भी हैं, बट लाइक उस वक्त एब्सोल्युटली अननोन। सो वो फैज़ू ने कहा बिलाल से मिलने, आई मेट बिलाल, really nice kid, very shy, very introverted. So I was like, chalo, we've talked. He's like, PR, brand, ये वो, बड़ा बनना चाहता हूँ, dream in his eyes. I was like, okay, chalo, let's work together. So I started doing this and that, and then working. 1.5 years, Hania, mashallah, was the first one to shoot up to this insane fame. And like became this huge star and everything. And then, but like, you know, she was also very young. So things didn't really work out with Hania. So we parted ways. And then I was like, not doing this ever again. Like, you know, can't, too emotional invested, too much personal, heart, painful. No, बच्चों की तरह संभाला, ये वो.
That's where you learned it.
That's where I learned the boundaries.
You became Spider-Man बन गया उस टाइम पे.
So then I was just like, no, I can't do this ever again. अच्छा, उस दौरान when I took that step back and I was like, बिराल और हरीम है, इनसे दोस्ती है, यही संभालूंगी, that's it, और नहीं कुछ करना. Corporate अपना सही है, वो, you know. Then I think उस दौरान अमर खान, नहीं, वहाज and Ramsha reached out to me for management, and then Adnan Siddiqui had referred Amar to me. So all these people were coming to me, and I told my husband, and he was like, listen, you might have made some mistakes with Hania, but you did something right with her as well. So why don't you just take what you did right and set up a company and do this? And I was just like, you know, emotional, this and that. I don't know if I have it. He's like, set up your boundaries. Take it as a profession and, like, you know, just do this. And so that's when I set up Alchemist. And that's when, so all these people, then I started taking them under Alchemist. But the idea with Alchemist was fresh people. Because Hania, Hareem, Bilal, Hareem wasn't fresh. Hareem was already established name with the hit dramas and everything. But she was reinventing, and she wanted, obviously she's always had this insane amount of dreams with her own brand and everything. So, and they were bigger at that time, I feel, than even now. But she was as crazy as she is today. So, khair, wo bas wahan se, like, the Alchemists came in, turning this raw talent into gold was the concept, and
it's beautiful.
7 years.
I never knew के 7 साल because I've heard your name इतनी बार.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's someone जो कि 15-20 साल से है.
दुनिया में. No, but yeah. So, but Alhamdulillah, maybe the timing was right. Maybe the lack of no in my life is also the factor that I kept on dabbling with stuff, right? So, like, you know, when I initially was managing these people, it was more PR and maybe commercial management. फिर commercial से मैं ड्रामों में भी कूद गई, फिर मैं digital space आ गई तो वो वाले काम भी पकड़ने, फिर इनकी brand equity पे काम करना, फिर वो नए से और known लोग, फिर अब casting में भी, फिर हम अब commercial casting भी करते हैं, फिर drama casting में भी, तो हम इतने areas में 7 सालों में अपने हाथ लगा लिए हैं कि वो कान में आवाज जरा ज्यादा
यहाँ से नहीं तो वहां से आवाज आएगी
कहीं ना कहीं से, और फिर लाइक वो अक्सर मुझे मतलब इतने बायोस पे लिखा हुआ होता है कि आप कहते हो यार भाई चैन नहीं है इनको, वो वाली एक बीमारी. But you know, it's just when you see these people achieve their dreams and like, you know, they've been like this huge, I don't know it. People tell me grin on your face when when you see their billboards, when you see these massive hit dramas, and when you see people talking about them, you somehow feel it's
that you've done it. Right?
That they've done it.
But then it gets personal also, no? That,
it does. It does. I'm not going to say it doesn't. Obviously, it's personal.
Yeah.
But then that's my CV, right?
True.
That's my CV.
True.
Their journey, my CV, a part of it. And we're the behind the scene people. Maybe we're the Durandars of it. The silent warrior behind the Remand kids. But yeah, it's the silent force, it's the silent thing. But the journey is theirs. I think that is very clear in my head. कि journey उनकी है. Yes, we have a very strong part, a very critical part to play in it. अब थोड़ी बाउंड्रीज और भी ज़्यादा हो गई हैं. अगर 100 लोग मैनेज करें तो मैं 100 नहीं देख रही.
Of course, you have a team now.
ठीक है ना, I have a team now. It started from one person and it started growing. Now, mashallah, we have a full turnkey solution. But again, my approach is still very inclusive. I want to work with everyone. I'm not in competition with anyone but myself. My race is with me only. So even if like अक्सर लोग मतलब मुझे इस तरह की बातें भी करते हैं कि like, you know, आपका competition कौन है, तो नहीं है. क्योंकि मैं किसी के साथ रेस में नहीं हूँ. मुझे सबके साथ मिल के काम करना. एक छोटी सी तो इंडस्ट्री है. एक दूसरा, मैं जो काम कर रही हूँ वो इतना अलग है कि वो किसी साइलो में बैठ नहीं रहा है. तो मतलब लाइक यू नो, जो उस स्पेस में काम कर रहे हैं और इतनी बड़ी इंडस्ट्री है कि सबकी अपनी जगह है. बट लाइक यू नो, I have insane respect for people like Fahad, who started the casting work and Citrus and what they do. So, and I hold him in absolute high regards. And the same thing, I have insane respect for people like Maida or Khavar who do what they do, because that's what they're great at. And maybe I have my own little niche, but I can't be them or them, and I don't want to be. Yes. I'm happy where I am. And like, you know, I just feel we can all work together. टैलेंट का क्या है? टैलेंट आज मेरे पास से जाके किसी और के पास बैठा होगा, किसी और के पास जाके किसी और के पास बैठा होगा, वो टैलेंट का अपना कॉल है. True. हमें compete करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. तो मेरा ये भी बहुत सिंसियरली एक वो है, पर्सपेक्टिव है कि मैं इस तरह से देखती नहीं हूँ. और आगे बढ़ते रहना है. बहुत कुछ. दिस इंडस्ट्री इज so small. There's so much to do. If our focus just changes from looking left, right and center and just आगे, just be in competition with yourself.
एक सवाल है, it can be personal also. That आप जो है basically आपका काम है दूसरों के ख्वाब पूरा करना, right?
Kind of.
आपका खुद का ख्वाब क्या है?
Oh, it's never ending. It just never ends. It's like I think I'm the most driven person I know. Because I am a very go with the flow person. Yes. I won't lie with you. Yes, you kind of deciphered now, right? How things happened. Even Walnut happened, then Alchemist happened. I do believe in, I think somewhere in my 30s I started believing this, or maybe even earlier. Maybe I've always believed this, कि दरवाजे आपके पास आते हैं, आपके ऊपर है कि आप उससे क्रॉस करते हो या आप अपने दिमाग को बंद कर लेते हो और आपने कहते हो नहीं मैंने तो बस वहाँ जाना है. तो मैं वो हूँ जो
क्रॉस कर लेते,
फ्लो में जाती है कि भाई आएगा. मैनिफेस्टेशन, यस, बिलीव इन इट, वर्क टूवर्ड्स इट, but it will fall in its own time and place. Talent management was not PR agents. Running a business was never in the thing. I never wanted to run a business. I swear to God, there were two things. In my teens, I told my, I think my nani or my mom, I don't remember who, कि मुझे लव मैरिज नहीं करनी और मुझे कभी बिजनेस नहीं करना. मुझे हर महीने अपना पेचेक चाहिए.
लव मैरिज क्यों नहीं करनी है?
और अपनी पसंद से शादी नहीं करूंगी, आपकी पसंद से करूंगी ताकि सारी जिंदगी ब्लेम कर सकूं.
ओके, दैट्स
ठीक है ना, कि वो जो भी गलत करेगा वो आपका कसूर होगा क्योंकि आपने ढूंढ के दिया. गेस व्हाट, लव मैरिज भी की और बिजनेस भी चला रही हूँ. अल्लाह ताला ने चौपाड़े मारे हैं ना ऊपर से. तो अल्लाह ताला ने कहा बेटा लव मैरिज नहीं करनी है, सबर करो.
So who do you complain now?
हाँ, no one. Him. I got to complain to him. So no one, no complaints. I just bitch and crib to myself.
Go with the flow.
Therapy zindabad. So so business also, like, never wanted to run a business, but like just happened. So, and risk averse massively, and business is high risk. So खैर, तो उसके बाद शायद किसी पॉइंट पे जब शायद लव मैरिज हो गई, किसी पॉइंट पे हुआ कि भाई अल्लाह ताला ने तो चमाटे मारने ही हैं, तो भाई फ्लो में चल लड़की. तो when Walnut had happened, it was just the passion was digital. To be really honest, it was just digital space में कुछ करना है. And when we started Walnut, it was a very empty space. ना हम सोशल मीडिया पेजेस मैनेज कर रहे थे, ना हम कन्वेंशनल PR कर रहे थे, हम डिजिटल में PR में घुसे थे. एट दैट टाइम कोई नहीं कर रहा था. अब 50,000 लोग कर रहे हैं, बट उस वक्त वो एक खाली एम्प्टी स्पेस थी. अगेन, नो वन competing with no one except myself, but because this is what I wanted to do. When Alchemist happened, there were individual managers, like Fahad has Faizan Bhai and Fawad has Hassan Bhai and everyone, but there was no, and then there was Citrus and everyone who was casting and obviously helping out people, but there was no agency structure. I think modeling agency Priya ने पहले की थी, but इस तरह से multiple talent, new talent को लेके agency का कोई वो नहीं था. तो अपनी ही एक अलग दौड़ थी, रेस थी, और अभी भी शायद मैं उसी में चल रही हूँ. अब जो मुझे वो विंडो पिछले 3 साल से 4 साल से नज़र आ रही है, वो है कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर की. Because Pakistan में casting directors नहीं है. So yeah, that's what I see next. So
what's your ultimate dream?
There's no ultimate dream. No, the ultimate नहीं है कोई. बढ़ते जाना है. Ultimate नहीं हो सकता. Ultimate का मतलब है रुकना है यहाँ पे.
कुछ तो एक ऐसा होगा कि जब मैं जाऊँ तो लोग मुझे इस चीज से याद रखें, कुछ तो कोई एक ऐसी चीज होगी जो you want to achieve in life.
इतना नहीं, ऐसा नहीं कभी सोचा
ही नहीं.
पता नहीं, कभी सोचा ही नहीं ऐसे.
अच्छी बात है.
इस तरह सोचा नहीं. शायद देखो, लेगेसी तो सभी की होती है ना. वो जो शायद कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे होते, वो लाइक इन जो इस इंडस्ट्री में कुछ नहीं कर रहे होते, वो बाहर काम कर रहे होते हैं, उनकी भी तो एक लेगेसी होती है ना. मतलब जो एजुकेशनिस्ट होते हैं, जो टीचर्स होते हैं, जो डॉक्टर्स होते हैं, उनकी भी एक सर्टन लेगेसी होती है कि भाई उन्होंने 50 लोग उनको भी याद कर रहे होते हैं कि यार उन्होंने क्या सर्जरी की थी मेरे चाचा की, कि दौड़ पड़े थे वो, या क्या हमारे वो उस्ताद थे. अब वो उनका क्या वो ऐसे वो क्या ऐसे सोच रहे होते हैं कि मेरी लेगेसी क्या होगी. मतलब कभी कभी वो, और शायद हम बाहर से देखते हैं तो शायद वो सबसे नॉन एम्बिशियस इंसान होता है कि यार ये क्या लेगेसी का सोच रहा होगा, बट वो भी छोड़ के जाता है एक लेगेसी. ठीक है ना, कुछ नहीं तो अपने बच्चों के फॉर्म में छोड़ के चला जाता है लेगेसी इंसान. तो लेगेसी तो इट्स अ वेरी open.
Yes, it's very subjective also.
It's very subjective, right? Like sometimes we remember those people who touched us very minutely and in a very small space, but you just remember them because they said something or did something that touched you, and that's their legacy for you. And they didn't even realize that that's a legacy that they've left. So I don't know legacy kya hai.
That's good actually, and I'm now more confused on legacy myself.
But legacy जरूरी है क्या? मतलब legacy तो subjective नहीं है.
हाँ, subjective है, but somehow.
But ठीक है, for someone like for someone like actors, they have this roster of filmographies and things like that. For people like
cricketers, you would like यार मुझे इतने runs बनाने हैं, मैं ये छोड़ के जाऊँगा, ये सब करूँगा, right?
But वो certain professions पे limited है ना. मेजॉरिटी जो एक नॉर्मल इंसान का बच्चा है, उसके लिए पास तो ये लग्जरी सही नहीं ना. तो हम तो नॉर्मल इंसान के बच्चे हैं ना. पर ठीक है, शायद अगर गिनना हो लेगेसीज में तो जो एक्टर्स लॉन्च किए वो लेगेसीज हैं, जो ब्रांड्स की वो चीज़ें की वो लेगेसीज हैं, जो कंट्रोवर्सी संभाली वो लेगेसी से, you never know that one biography you write one day with all tell it all, that could be your legacy. You don't know, right? This podcast could be your legacy. You don't know. Every piece adds to your legacy, right?
True.
Because it helps you become a better version of yourself tomorrow. That's how I see it.
That's a great perspective, by the way.
Yeah. That's how I see it. Okay, like, you know, I'm here today and I'm going to be there tomorrow and a different version of myself. And that's it. Just keep on.
One last question, right? What's life to you?
Life is having fun. Have fun while
Have
you're
fun.
here.
Be happy. At least
happy.
that's the minimal thing you can do.
And do it. You do it for yourself. Forget everyone else.
Yeah.
You owe it to yourself to be happy and enjoy what you're doing. दिमाग अल्लाह ने दे दिया आपको, दिल अल्लाह ने दे दिया आपको, हाथ पाँव सब कुछ दे दिया अल्लाह ताला ने, बाकी what do you make of it?
Yeah.
And I think that is something that I got from my dad or my parents. I'm not sure. I think more my dad than my mom. कि मतलब like, you know, कोई चीज करना ही गोल नहीं होता. Just enjoy yourselves.
Enjoy the process.
Enjoy the process.
Yeah.
Enjoy the mistakes. Own the mistakes. Enjoy the process. ये नहीं है कि स्ट्रेस नहीं होता, एंग्जाइटी नहीं होती, पैनिक नहीं होता, ओवर थिंकिंग नहीं होती. ये सब ह्यूमन है. जाहिर है इंसान का बच्चा हूँ, ये सब कुछ होता है. इतना कोई पिक्चर परफेक्ट सिचुएशन नहीं है. मतलब आपको एंग्जाइटीज भी होती है कि यार अब क्या होगा. बट देन यू जस्ट.
But it's all the part. मतलब वो सारा पार्ट है उस चीज का, राइट?
वो पार्ट ऑफ प्रोसेस है. इट्स जस्ट लाइक, यू नो, ये क्यों नहीं पता चला मुझे, या यहाँ मेरी चीज़ क्यों नहीं है, या इस चीज़ के अंदर मेरा टैलेंट क्यों नहीं है. बट दैट्स जस्ट दैट ड्राइव, दैट पैशन, दैट ग्रीड, that's all just to make a better version of yourself and just avoid mistakes. That's it. ठीक है, फाइन. आप और फिर ये भी एक्सेप्टेंस के बाद हर जगह हर चीज़ नहीं हो सकती.
True.
So you have to learn to let go as well.
Yes. I
have
think
to learn.
it's the most hardest part also to let go.
Yeah, when you move on ना, तो letting go खुद ही हो जाती है. जगह ही नहीं बचती पुरानी चीज़ों के लिए. आपका प्लेट ही भरा हुआ रहा होता है. मुझे तो ये लगता है. मुझे जेन्युइनली ये लगता है कि यार जब आपका 24 घंटे हैं, इसमें आपने 12 घंटे सोना भी है, तो फिर और सोने से इम्पोर्टेंट कोई चीज़ नहीं है. उस पर कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ नहीं है. ठीक है, तो फिर आपको ये रियलाइज़ करना है कि इतनी देर में बस मैं ये कर सकता हूँ. तो फिर और ये भी एक हार्ड लेसन है कि लाइक, यू नो, यू डोंट ट्राई टू डू इट ऑल. बिल्ड अ टीम, ट्रस्ट द प्रोसेस, लेट देम मेक देयर मिस्टेक्स. इट्स नॉट गोना बी परफेक्ट एंड इट्स ओके. Like, trust me, the hardest is because I'm a like nitty gritty perfectionist. So just letting it go, okay, fine, this person is not going to do it the way you're going to do it. But it's okay because at least it's getting done, so you could do something else. So ये सब कुछ बकवास झेलनी पड़ती है. रेसेस है ना, उसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है. और ये मैंने बहुत अरसे से नहीं किया है. Like, I'm just, like I said, I'm in the race with myself. I'm very happy with that race.
Yeah. बहुत सारी चीजें इससे हल हो जाती हैं. You don't get jealous. You don't get yeah. You just
don't
like
care.
आप selfless भी हो जाते हो, but in a very special way because you're selfish also because you're fighting yourself all the time. Yeah.
So you're
I
just
get you.
Yeah, it's just so the clarity is so insanely good, and this is something I pass on to every actor I work with. कि like, you know, किसको क्या project मिला, किसको मुझे क्यों नहीं offer हो, छोड़ दो. Just be on the race with yourself कि what सब कुछ तो सब कर ही नहीं सकते ना. अगर मतलब at a time 4 मेन चैनल्स हैं और हर पे 3 बड़े ड्रामे ऑन एयर हैं, तो that is 3 4s are 12 no 12 right. That's 12 मेन ड्रामास ऑन एयर. अब 12 के 12 में तो नहीं हो सकते ना. मैक्सिमम 1 में हो गए. तो भाई क्या खप है. एक अच्छा पकड़ो, वो करो, आगे बढ़ो. छोड़ दो बाकी 11 में भी तो किसी ने होना है ना. तो वो उनके नसीब. अब हिट हुआ नहीं हुआ वो तो ऑडियंस और अल्लाह.
I think it's the good advice for general audience also because you are someone who work with actors and actors are the most insecure people on the planet. I think so, right? So if you deal them सही से, so general audience के लिए तो इतनी advice बहुत ज़्यादा काफ़ी है, you know, because मसले सबके सेम है बट एक्टर्स के
सबके
थोड़े से ज्यादा
एक्टर्स
होते
भी
हैं.
इंसान है. मैं बताऊं, एक्टर्स भी इंसान है, उनको भी सेम इनसिक्योरिटीज हैं,
Yeah.
सेम कंसर्न्स है, उन्होंने भी बिल्स ही पे करनी है, उन्होंने भी घर ही चलाना है, उनके मसाइल भी सेम है. उनका एक एडिशनल मसला ये है कि वो पब्लिक पर्सनालिटी हैं.
Yeah.
तो वो खांसते भी हैं तो 50 लोग जज करते हैं कि ये खांसी जो थी ना ये सही नहीं
खांसा
थी.
कैसे?
हाँ, ये सही नहीं थी, ये सही टाइम पे नहीं थी, ये ज्यादा ऊंची थी, ये ज्यादा धीमी थी, इसको कोविड तो नहीं है, इसकी खांसी के पीछे देखो इसने कल रात में क्या खाया था. तो वो उसकी तो जिंदगी और मुश्किल है उस लिहाज से एक आम इंसान से, बिकॉज आपकी खांसी कोई जज नहीं करेगा, उनकी करेगा. मतलब आप कहाँ जाके गाने सुन रहे हो तो अगला बंदा जज करेगा, आप क्या खा रहे हो जज, क्या कपड़े पहने हैं, आपने ज्यादा कपड़े पहने तो ये बड़ी मुसलमान बन रही है, अगर आपने कम पहने हैं तो इसको कौन सा काफिर जाग गया. लाइक कोई सुकून, देयर इज नो right for them, right? Because everyone's going to judge every right.
True.
So you just do you. Do what makes you happy. And if you want to do this privately and not post this publicly, that's also okay.
Yes, that's an option.
Yeah. It's not like, having a public persona. Like I tell some of my actors this, there is a public character that you're playing. And it doesn't have to be a real you.
True.
Because that is another, like just like 5 characters you play in dramas, there is one character that you're playing in real life.
Yes.
That you're giving to the people, you're feeding to the audience. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Quite ambiguously, तो वो अब खैर. Any closing remarks you want to say? Something?
No, have fun. Enjoy life. You only got it once.
सही है. Thank you.
And thank you for tolerating us.
मैं तो बर्दाश्त करते हैं. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
मिलते हैं इंशाल्लाह फिर कभी और. And Allah Hafiz.